I just mowed down here along the creek. That big clump right there is a pile of branches inside that goldenrod that's got to get burned. Well, I just mowed this and I just walked down here the next day. So the next day after I mowed, and look at this. Yikes. That's all so fresh. You could see all the shavings on the ground. So this bad boy's walking along the creek here. He didn't hit up this pine, but I got to this one, and this might be like one of their scrape branches right here. And it looks like they're starting to make a scrape right there. So, blam. Blam! I just put a camera right here, so we'll see what's going on. See what's walking past. Now that the angle of the camera is only going to catch something right here, just walking right here for a second. So I thought about angling the camera down that way, but if I angle it that way, it's not going to catch this scrape right here. So I'm hoping that more deer hit this. So it's a very short window, just them walking past this camera on this trail right here, but I'm hoping that more are going to use that scrape, and I'll get them with some scrape action instead of just walking past. But I'd like to see this guy. Be nice if I could put a post like right here and aim it down that way. It would catch all these trees right in a row. All right. Okay, I got my pole saw here, and we've got a ladder stand. This is one of the ones we bow hunt out of, and I've got a lot of limbs to cut off from this maple tree here, so we can get a shot down at this tree, the food plot on the edge. So I should have brought my little hand one too. Yeah, look at this. Here all the way up. Let's see, can we cut this one? We need the saw, or can we cut it? Bam! That comes in handy. Just some maintenance on the ladder stand area. I'll probably clear this too. I remember climbing up this last year, having to bend all these back because all these branches are rubbing on the way up. It's a real tricky. I haven't changed this ratchet straps on this in a while. Let me get up there and look at the view and see what. Look, see how there all these branches are hitting me. That's 1 year's worth of growth. Got some debris up here. All right, look how high up we are. So this is the view. Look at this. Look at all these trees. You can't even get a shot anywhere. So all this has to be cut, and it's so far out in front of the stand. That's why we use our pole saw. You can't even see the food plot.
Okay, go.
All right, let's try to cut some of the biggest branches here. There we go. Get out of here. Wow, I can't believe how big these branches got. Wow. It's almost like you cut the whole darn tree down to make it easier. All right, we got that top cleared off right there. So if I'm a deer walking along the edge of the food plot, bam, I'm a goner. The Sox 4-2-1 got me right here. Now I'm going to start being obstructed right about here. Right there. Which is good, because you can stand up and draw with that one tree. That's a hickory tree right there, and I don't want to cut the top of that. But once I start coming to the left more here, her left, and I start coming up this hill, right there to her left is a junk tree that we can cut right on her left shoulder. So we're going to cut that one. So just a quick word about these ladder stands. These are the old ones, where the seat and the footrest were made out of this mesh metal. Nowadays, they're made out of like a hammock material, they're made out of a material. And this is what happens to them. They just rot. You have to take them down every year, whilst the sun and the wind, just the weather in general, just deteriorate anything that's material. So what I do is, this one was given to me, but my other stands, I'll search Facebook Marketplace or Craigslist or online, yard sales, whatever, that people that have these old style ladder stands that are made out of metal. Because the metal ones, once you put them on the tree, you don't have to worry about them rotting and falling apart like these new ones that have that material on it. Okay, so we're all done this. We're all done. It took a little more work than I thought it would. I thought I could just come up here and just nip them, but no. We had to hold them and cut real tall. We had to hold the trees and I had to use the saw. But here's the view now. Perfect view there. That's like 10 yards right there. Probably 15 yards to the edge of the food plot right here. And then I made a little hole right there. That's probably 30 yards there. Now the only thing you can't see is around the corner because of the pine tree right here. So you don't know what's coming around the woods, around the corner. But you can see them coming up from the bottom and playing around in here. And I got a camera on that tree right there. And that's like a live stream camera, a cellular live stream. It's not a trail camera. And I can watch live anything's here from my house. So I see them in this food plot, these beans, all the time now. But yeah, I mean, I could have cut some of these if they're like right on the edge of the woods. A couple of these maple branches right here. But they don't normally like skirt like the edge. They kind of walk by the edge of the field. Not really right here. But as soon as they came out right there, you'd get a shot anyway. But yeah, got a nice view. All right, we're gonna go work on some more stands. We got to check everything. Hunting season's here in a couple weeks, so. All right, so I'm at my deer stand, the hunting tower here, and we're a couple weeks before bear season. This hickory tree is growing pretty nice here. But I'm just checking on this to make sure there ain't no wasp nests or bees inside here before I walk in here in the middle of the night and they catch me by surprise. Now, one thing I could say about these blinds, the way they have these doors overlap this. You can see the moths. See the moths right here? But the way this is made, I really have never had any problems with bees getting in. The one time my other stand I had a problem with wasp up on the hill is because one of the windows was cracked and it wouldn't close properly, and they found how to get in underneath that glass. But when the windows are all flat and working properly with this door, the way this door design is, no bugs get in here. So it's pretty cool. Let me show you what the aftermath from last year looks like. Okay. So the heater's still in here, which is good. Got a spare bottle. I should have probably brought my little vacuum, my little battery vacuum, and clean this out. One of the things I want to do is to add some more soundproofing along the roof, and a couple spots where I was short. Yeah, let's take a look here. Yeah. Oh, look at that. Look at that oat field over there. Wow, we're going to go take a look at that next. Last year, bear season, if you can see the post with the trail camera, right there is where the bear stepped out from last year and shot him right out there somewhere. But all that field there is all brassica right now. All brassica, and then this light green is oats and clover that Jim put in later, but we're gonna go take a look and see how that did. Now the brown area way back there is unplanted. It was buckwheat, and then I mowed the buckwheat and didn't do anything with it, so that's probably gonna grow back. So we have to figure something out with that. And all below us is clover. Look at the moths.